Hello, this is FASTECH. Prior to the detailed product description, let me briefly introduce the FASTECH Ethernet product line and Ethernet total solution. Here is a brand called Ezi-SERVO. Ezi-SERVO is a closed-loop stepping system product line. And there is a brand called Ezi-STEPII. Ezi-STEPII is an open-loop micro-stepping system product line. And there is a brand called Ezi-MOTIONLINK. Ezi-MOTIONLINK is a one-axis motion controller for AC servo drive. Lastly, the brand Ezi-IO is an I/O module product line including digital I/O module, analog I/O module, and high-speed counter module. So, FASTECH Ethernet product line has the Ezi-SERVO brand of the closed-loop stepping system, the Ezi-STEPII brand of the open-loop micro-stepping system, the Ezi-MOTIONLINK brand of the one-axis motion controller for AC servo drive. These three product series have built-in motion controller and the Ezi-IO brand of the I/O module. Let's take a look at each product brand one by one. First, Ezi-SERVO brand. Ezi-SERVO brand has three products including Ezi-SERVO 2+E, a standard type of closed-loop stepping system, Ezi-SERVO 2+E Mini, a mini drive type, and Ezi-SERVO 2+E All, an all-in-one type that combines a motor, a high-resolution encoder, a drive, a motion controller and Ethernet network. Next, Ezi-STEPII brand. Ezi-STEPII brand has three products including Ezi-STEPII 2+E, a standard type of open-loop micro-stepping system, Ezi-STEPII 2+E Mini, a mini drive type, and Ezi-STEPII 2+E All, an all-in-one type that combines a motor, a drive, a motion controller and Ethernet network. Next, Ezi-MOTIONLINK brand. Ezi-MOTIONLINK brand has one product called Ezi-MOTIONLINK +E, a one-axis motion controller that can be directly connected to various AC servos such as Yaskawa and Mitsubishi. Finally, Ezi-IO brand. Ezi-IO brand has four products including Ezi-IO Ethernet DIO, a digital I/O module, Ezi-IO Ethernet AD, an analog input module, Ezi-IO Ethernet DA, an analog output module, and Ezi-IO Ethernet CNT, a high-speed counter module. So, FASTECH has a total of 11 Ethernet products. Since there are various types of products, we can provide a total solution that enables stepping motor, AC servo, and I/O module to be controlled through the standard Ethernet port of a PC without a separate motion controller. This is the meaning of total solutions. Until now, I briefly introduced the meaning of the total solution and FASTECH's Ethernet products. Among 11 types of products, I'd like to introduce the analog I/O module, Ezi-IO Ethernet AD and Ezi-IO Ethernet DA. Next, before introducing Ezi-IO Ethernet AD and Ezi-IO Ethernet DA, I would like to explain the FASTECH's Ethernet products with the example of Korean market situation. When a customer configures the machine, PC or PLC is used in various ways as the main master. In the Korean market, this main master is an industrial PC usually. Almost 70 to 80% of them compose their machine based on PC. The main reason is that the software development environment is flexible when controlling machine. That is, accessibility is good. In more detail, since customers can easily configure machine programs in a Windows-based programming environment by directly connecting to a Windows-based PC, most customers in the Korean market prefer and use the FASTECH's Ethernet products a lot. In addition, the most widespread software development environment in the world is PC, and Windows-based C++, C, C#, Visual Basic, LabVIEW, etc. can be used commonly. Thus, it has good versatility. Therefore, FASTECH Ethernet products provide a PI for these programming languages, making them ideal for various customers' software development environments. Like this, when configuring the machine, FASTECH's Ethernet products are used as a suitable solution in the Korean market that accessibility and versatility are important. Now, using actual machine as an example, I would like to introduce the concept of Ethernet product development. This machine aligns the lens and sensor of the camera module used in the smartphone. As you can see in the photo on the left, the customer applied 10 axis of Ezi-SERVO 2+E, which is standard type of closed-loop stepping system, and 5 axis of AC servo. When set the machine, there is a case that the machine requires AC servo motor, stepping motor, and I/O module at the same time. In the case of this 10-axis Ezi-SERVO, the customer can directly connect to a PC through the Ethernet port and control it using the Windows-based API provided by FASTECH. But, a separate motion board is required to control the 5-axis Ezi-SERVO. The customer needs to configure two different software development environments to control Ezi-SERVO and Ezi-SERVO. This is cumbersome from the customer's point of view, and costs are increased by a separate motion board to control the 5-axis Ezi-SERVO. In addition, long and thick bundles of wires connected from the Ezi-SERVO to the motion board are required, and it makes the wiring complicated. In the next chapter, I will explain details with diagrams. As previously explained briefly, conventionally, a separate motion board was required to control the 5-axis of the Ezi-SERVO, and wiring was complicated because many bundles of long wires had to be connected to the motion board through the servo interface cable of the Ezi-SERVO drive. This inconvenience can be solved by using our product, Ezi-MOTIONLINK Plus E. Ezi-MOTIONLINK Plus E is an Ethernet Type 1-axis motion controller that can be used by plugging it into the interface connector of the Ezi-SERVO drive. As you can see, for example, there is a Panasonic Ezi-SERVO drive. MotionLink can be directly attached to the servo interface connector of this Panasonic's Ezi-SERVO drive. The servo interface connector of Panasonic Ezi-SERVO drive is 3M50-pin connector, and most major Ezi-SERVO drives also use this 3M50-pin connector. Since FASTECH's MotionLink also uses this 3M50-pin connector, it is compatible with most major Ezi-SERVO drives. However, the pin map may be different for each Ezi-SERVO drive. For example, if the servo on signal of Yaskawa Ezi-SERVO is number 5, Mitsubishi is assigned to number 7, but the function of the interface is the same. With this, you can remove the complicated wiring bundle from the Ezi-SERVO to the motion board. By using Ezi-MOTIONLINK, a 1-axis motion controller, the customer can use his 5-axis Ezi-SERVO with only an Ethernet communication cable without a separate motion board. You can control these with the API that FASTECH provides. Also, I mentioned that two different software environments were required to control 10-axis of Ezi-SERVO and 5-axis of Ezi-SERVO. But, if the customer uses Ezi-MOTIONLINK, 5-axis Ezi-SERVO can be used in the same Ethernet network and software environment using the API of Ezi-SERVO. In other words, a total of 15 axes can be operated with one program. I will show you a practical application example. This example applied total solution concept that stepping motor, Ezi-SERVO motor and digital I/O module can be controlled with one Ethernet port, without separate motion controller. FASTECH's Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus E, which is stepping motor, Ezi-IO Ethernet DIO, which is digital I/O module, and Ezi-SERVO are applied to this machine. As you can see, Ezi-MOTIONLINK, which is 1-axis motion controller for Ezi-SERVO drive, is directly connected to a total of 8 axes of Ezi-SERVOs. Ezi-MOTIONLINK are connected by daisy chain using Ethernet ports, and they are also connected with Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus E and Ezi-IO Ethernet DIO of FASTECH by daisy chain through Ethernet communication. With simple wiring, Ezi-SERVO and Ezi-SERVO can be driven by one Ethernet network at the same time. At this machine, I/O module is also connected. In the case of small machine like this, if you use Ezi-MOTIONLINK, you can control Ezi-SERVO, stepping motor, I/O module with FASTECH's API. You don't need a separate motion board for Ezi-SERVO. Just control with one Ethernet network. Therefore, it is possible to save the cost by removing unnecessary motion board and reducing wiring. To summarize the product concept, it is as follows. Since FASTECH basically provides Windows-based API for Ethernet products, customers can select development language like C++, C, C#, Visual Basic, LabVIEW, etc. for programming. In addition to the API, GUI software is also provided and can be downloaded for free from the FASTECH webpage. As you can see in the picture, Windows-based API and GUI software are used in all Ethernet products of FASTECH, including Ezi-SERVO 2 Plus E, a closed-loop stepping system product, Ezi-MOTIONLINK Plus E, a 1-axis motion controller for Ezi-SERVO drive, Ezi-IO Ethernet DIO, a digital I/O module, Ezi-IO Ethernet AD&DA, an analog I/O module, Ezi-IO Ethernet CNT, a high-speed counter module, Ezi-STEPII Ethernet, a BLDC motor speed control system product. Ezi-POS Ethernet, a BLDC motor positioning system product, and Ezi-ROBO, a linear and rotary actuator system product. Thus, you can easily control FASTECH's all Ethernet products with Windows-based API via standard Ethernet port of PC. As mentioned earlier, FASTECH provides GUI software Ezi-MOTION+E and API for Windows free of charge. First of all, the GUI software can be downloaded for free from the website. If you access the following address and place the mouse pointer on the Download tab of the homepage, the item called Quick Download appears. Click on the item to display the product list. You can download the GUI software by clicking the Program button of the Ezi-IO Ethernet product series among the products in the list. You can also download the same software by clicking the Program button for other Ethernet products. And, in the path where Ezi-MOTION+E, FASTECH's Ethernet GUI, is installed, you can check the C#, C++, and LabVIEW example files in the example folder, and you can check the API in the include folder. For reference, 32-bit API of C# is in include folder, 64-bit API of C# is in include x64 folder, and 32-bit API of C++ is in include x86 CPP folder, and 64-bit API of C++ is in include x64 CPP folder. In summary, in the case of a single application, especially a small device, FASTECH's Ethernet products have built-in motion controller, so a motion board is unnecessary as described before. Using a standard Ethernet network, you can configure and control the entire machine through one Ethernet network, including stepping motors, servo motors, digital and analog I/O modules, and high-speed counter modules. This is the meaning of the total solution we aim for. From now on, let's check a demonstration video about how to control a stepping motor, an AC servo motor, digital and analog I/O modules, and a high-speed counter module together with one integrated GUI program. The products used in this demonstration are as follows. You can check 8 Ethernet products of FASTECH on the board list window. From the top, Ezi-SERVO 2+E, a closed-loop stepping system product, Ezi-MOTIONLINK+E, and one-axis motion controller connected to AC servo drive of Yaskawa, Ezi-IO Ethernet DIO, digital I/O modules, Ezi-IO Ethernet AD&DA, analog I/O modules, and Ezi-IO Ethernet CNT, a high-speed counter module. FASTECH's Ethernet products and an AC servo motor are easily controlled by PC-based GUI program via Ethernet network. Also, digital I/O modules, analog I/O modules, and a high-speed counter module are also controlled together by the GUI program. Lastly, with the demonstration video, I will show you that stepping motor and AC servo I/O module are controlled by one Ethernet network as in the previous application example. There are 28 axes of FASTECH Ethernet products, which is Ethernet standard type product of closed-loop stepping system, and 4 axes of AC servo. Total 32 axes of stepping motor and AC servo, and I/O module were controlled by one Ethernet network. The products used in this demonstration are as follows. By applying Ezi-MOTIONLINK to AC-SERVO such as Mitsubishi, Panasonic, Yaskawa, and Sanyo, a total 32 axis including Ezi-SERVO 2 plus E and AC-SERVO were controlled at the same time. As you can see, AC-SERVO and Ezi-SERVO are controlled by one network and program. There is no need for a separate motion board and can be operated simply with a PC. Until now, I've introduced FASTECH's Ethernet Total Solution. From now on, I will introduce Ezi-IO Ethernet AD. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-IO Ethernet AD product. In the example model name, I/O means input and output module, and EN means the product based on Ethernet network. AD08 means that the product supports 8 analog input channels, and T means that terminal block is applied. Now let's check the features of Ezi-IO EtherCAT DIO product. With this, it is possible to monitor parameter values, I/O status, position values, speed values, etc. using our GUI program even when the customer's machine program is running. For example, you can check whether the limit sensor works properly during machine setting by running our GUI at the same time. If a problem occurs in the customer's machine program, it can be monitored by our GUI program, so it can also be used for debugging. Compared to the RS485 communication type product, Ezi-IO RS485, which was limited to 16 axis even at maximum, Ezi-IO Ethernet has 10 times faster communication response time, so you can see that the number of connectable axis has increased. Ezi-IO Ethernet AD also supports voltage or current input mode. Ezi-IO Ethernet AD supports 5 input modes. In case of using voltage input mode, there are 4 settings: -10 to 10 volts, -5 to 5 volts, -2.5 volts to 2.5 volts, and 0 to 10 volts. And, in case of using current input mode, the current input range is 0 to 20 mA. Ezi-IO Ethernet AD converts analog input signals to digital data with the maximum resolution of 8191. For example, when voltage input range is 0 to 10 volts, the analog input signals are converted to digital value 0 to 8191 as shown here. In addition, a moving average filter is available for the analog signal input to each channel. If the input analog data fluctuates significantly due to noise, moving average filter can make the data smooth and reduce the effect of noise. I will explain how this moving average filter works by using the example of significant analog input data fluctuation due to noise. When moving average filter function is activated, new analog input data is saved in the filter buffer as digital value in every analog conversion cycle 200 microseconds. Number of buffers are set with filter buffer length, and maximum number of buffers is 1000. Here, filter buffer length is set as 5. As you can see, 5 input data values are added, and average value is calculated. And, new input data is saved in the filter buffer. When the next sampling data is input, the oldest data is deleted and the new input data is saved in the buffer in order. And the average value of 5 input values are calculated. You can see that the differences between the values are smaller when moving average filter is applied. For the better understanding, I will compare the filter buffer input data and moving average output data with the graph. As you can see, moving average filter reduces the effect of noise and makes the input data smooth. As explained earlier, Ezi-IO Ethernet AD provides terminal block type products. The ferrule terminals enable easy wiring, and analog peripheral devices such as various sensors can be easily connected with one touch. Until now, I've introduced Ezi-IO Ethernet AD. The next product I'd like to introduce is Ezi-IO Ethernet DA, an analog output module based on Ethernet. First of all, I will explain the combination model name of Ezi-IO Ethernet DA product. In the example model name, I/O means input and output module, and EN means the product based on Ethernet network. DA04 means that the product supports 4 analog output channels, and T means that terminal block is applied. From now on, I will introduce the features of Ezi-IO Ethernet DA. Ezi-IO Ethernet DA is 4-channel analog output module based on Ethernet network. And Ezi-IO Ethernet DA has same communication features as Ezi-IO Ethernet AD. Ezi-IO Ethernet DA also supports voltage or current output mode. Ezi-IO Ethernet DA supports 6 output modes. In case of using voltage output mode, there are 4 settings: 0 to 5 volts, -10 to 10 volts, 1 to 5 volts and 0 to 10 volts. And, in case of using current output mode, the current output ranges are 0 to 20 mA and 4 to 20 mA. Ezi-IO Ether CAT DA converts digital input data as converted to analog signal with the maximum resolution of 50,000. For example, when voltage output range is 0 to 10 volts, the digital input signals are converted to analog value -25,000 to 25,000 as shown here. Next, Ezi-IO Ethernet DA provides output deviation calibration function. I will explain about user calibration of output deviation. Deviation in output signals can be occurred due to the various conditions such as connected devices, cables and connection methods. Ezi-IO Ethernet DA can reduce the deviation through calibration function. For example, when output range is 0 to 5 volts, digital value between 0 and 25,000 is supposed to be converted to 0 to 5 volts. However, due to the deviation, if the output value is 0.2 volts when digital value 0 is input and the output value is 5.2 volts when digital value 25,000 is input, it is inconvenient to set the digital value input range to -1,000 to 24,000 to get the correct value. However, if the low value of the calibration function parameter is set to -1,000 and the high value is set to 24,000, the actual output value is 0 to 5 volts through the calibration when the digital value is input in the range of 0 to 25,000. Also, Ezi-IO Ethernet DA provides terminal block type products same as Ezi-IO Ethernet AD. Until now, I've introduced Ezi-IO Ethernet DA. In this video, I will show you through the demonstration as to convert analog input signal through Ethernet to digital signal with Ezi-IO Ethernet AD product, and convert digital input signal through Ethernet to analog signal with Ezi-IO Ethernet DA product. The product names used in this demonstration are as follows. First of all, Ezi-IO Ethernet AD product. As you can see, if you input an analog signal through the volume knob, you can see that the converted signal is displayed on the PC as a digital signal. The following is Ezi-IO Ethernet DA product. You can see that the digital signal input through the PC is converted into an analog signal and displayed. Until now, we have looked at the Ezi-IO Ethernet AD&DA. On the FASTECH website www.fastech-motions.com, you can download product-related materials such as catalogs, manuals, drawings, and watch demonstration videos, and webinars. Also, if you search FASTECH on YouTube, you can see about more than 100 demonstration and webinar videos. Thank you for listening.